So a big thing in college is skipping class.
It's about us right now, girl. Where are you going? I'm with you.
What's up, everybody? I'm Jay.
I'm Chan.
And today we're back with another video. We've been MIA. I'm not even gonna front. Things have been kind of busy on this end of things.
Yeah.
But don't worry, you guys. We're back with another video, and we really hope you enjoy it. Today we are doing
we're gonna do a college advice video.
Yeah, we have a lot of people here and there just kind of ask us like little questions about college, and we thought we might as well just go ahead and make a whole video about it because we feel like we have some good things to say.
Okay, so before we get into our advice, we just want to give you a little background so you know like where we're coming from. So I'm going to be a junior in college.
And I'm gonna be a sophomore in college. So we hope you guys can learn from our mistakes, from our trials and tribulations. And yeah, so let's get right into the video. So the first thing we're gonna talk about is the transition from high school to college. What do we have to say about that?
Okay, so we were both really good students in high school, and I feel like for both of us, like high school was pretty easy.
Yeah.
We didn't really have to study a whole lot, and I know that's not the case for everyone, but going into college, for me at least, I just expected to like not have to study very hard.
Me too.
And pass all my classes, like, oh, it's gonna be easy peasy.
Don't be fooled.
Boy, I was wrong.
I mean, college is doable, but you have to work really, really hard.
Yeah.
You have to put in hours of work, and that sounds really scary.
It really does.
I don't want to scare anyone, but like you have to work for your education. Unlike high school, I feel like high school is more like busy work, and college is like you're actually like applying what you're learning.
Yeah. And
that kind of caught me off guard.
it did me too. Like they gave me a stat during orientation, you probably saw it, and they showed like a bar graph, and it said like how much work is done in the classroom in high school versus at home versus how much work is done in the classroom in college versus at home in college. It's literally flipped. So
basically the way college is designed is you're teaching yourself. I mean, yes, you have a professor who lectures you, but you're really like teaching yourself the concepts, and it's on you to ask questions about it. Like you have to go to office hours and ask questions about it. Like they're not going to like spend time on it in class answering your question, if that makes sense. So it's a whole nother ball game. So my biggest piece of advice for that is don't expect it to be easy. Expect to have to put in work, because otherwise you're gonna find out real quick.
it's gonna be a rude awakening.
Yeah.
Okay, so another thing that you should really focus on whenever you're just going into college is not getting distracted with like parties or anything like that. Look, I'm not saying don't have fun, but do not forget why you're there in the first place, and don't let parties and all that fun stuff get in the way of your schoolwork, because it happens to a lot of people, and you know, they dig themselves a hole that they can't get out of. So don't do that.
Yeah, I feel like he has more experience with that because he lived on campus his first semester of college.
Yeah.
And I've never lived on campus, so I've never really had that like temptation of like college party life or whatever. But I've definitely seen it ruin people's
academic careers.
Yes.
Yeah. Be smart,
like,
and you'll be okay.
If you have an 8 a.m. test, like just don't go out. Like just be smart with your time. Like your time is so valuable in college. Just be smart, be responsible.
Yeah. As long as you're smart, you'll be fine.
Yeah. So a big thing in college is skipping class. Everybody does it. Like seriously, everybody does it. Like
even
in
me
school,
and her.
I never skipped one high school class. Never, ever. In my freshman year, like I was terrified to like skip a class. Like okay, like if I'm sick, okay, whatever, but just like purposely like I don't go to class. But I did it, and you know what? I'm still doing okay. I told him this when he was starting college, is like, be wise with your skips. Like, you will learn like what classes you can and can't skip. Like if you're in a math class that goes over a lot of concepts, like you probably shouldn't skip. If you're in an art elective class that really is like not that hard, like okay, you can skip. Or if you know like there's gonna be a review session in the class and like you don't feel like you need a review, like you just have to like learn for yourself.
Yeah.
Also be sure to read your syllabus about how many times you can skip, because I've had plenty of classes where it's like you miss 2 classes and like you drop a letter grade. So be sure to like read the fine print in your syllabus, because your professors will point you to it every time. But just pay attention and be wise. That's like the biggest college advice.
Be wise. It really goes back to the thing we just referred to. You learn a lot on your own in college, so you can afford to skip a couple classes, but like she said, just be wise about it.
Don't make it a habit.
Yeah.
That's
really the biggest thing.
Never good. And also, like, if you know you're gonna skip class, like, contact someone in that class so they can help you out.
Get
and then
notes.
say, like, I will turn the favor. Like, if you ever need to skip for any reason, like, I'll give you the notes. Like, make it like a deal. Like, you gotta like make it a partnership.
College is about deals.
Yeah.
Another big thing about college, you are not forced to do anything. That's why a lot of people skip class. But also, there's review sessions that you will not be forced to go to. If there's anything you're just not sure of, those are amazing to go to, as well as office hours. You're not forced to go to those. But professors are always there, and they're always open to talk about anything that you would like to talk about. So utilize those so much.
That's one thing I wish I knew before my freshman year is like, I was afraid to go to office hours my first year, but after going, I now realize that professors love when you come talk to them.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have never had a professor like act annoyed that like I have a question or like I want to talk to them about something. They're like, come on in, like we can do this, let's go to Starbucks. Like professors are so like, that's what they're there for. They're there to help you.
Because no one ever comes in.
No.
That's why, yeah.
Like, so they're just like twiddling their thumbs, like waiting for someone to come in. They have to be in their office like during that set out time. So you might as well go. Like it's not gonna hurt. So take advantage.
Use it, yeah.
Take advantage of your resources.
Yeah, resources are a huge thing in college. And another one of those is a website called Chegg. Now, you can get your books from a lot of places. There's probably a campus library or, you know, used from someone you know or Craigslist. I don't know. But one thing that we've really liked to use is Chegg. You can buy your books on there. They have really good prices. You can buy them or rent them on there. Yeah. And it just comes in a little box. And when the semester's over, you just send it back. It's really convenient. So I'd really suggest Chegg.
And we're not like sponsored to say this, like we just really love Chegg.
Yeah, they have a lot of resources on Chegg. Like they have a service you can pay for that has a lot of homework solutions on it. And I'm not saying like cheat or anything, but
you gotta do what you gotta
used it. I can admit that I've used the study solutions, and you know, sometimes it can just get the wheels rolling if I don't understand something. So might want to look into that. I tried not to use it for the longest, but then there was just like one night where I was just like, I'm done with like,
yeah. And
you know, it helps.
Quizlet is also a really good resource. I mean, it's not cheating. It's just, you know.
It goes back to partnerships, you know.
Yeah, we gotta help each other out. We're all in this together. Honestly, if you type in your school, your professor, and what they teach, more than likely a Quizlet will pop up. Whether it's like a study guide, sometimes there's answers, stuff like that. Like, just seriously, I mean, you only use it if you need to. Like, don't go immediately to that. But if you're struggling, then don't be afraid to use it. Quizlet is free. It'll save your life, especially in those science classes, because I am no scientist. But Quizlet helped your girl out. Okay, so I remember the summer before freshman year, I was so nervous. Like, I'm talking sweaty palms, nervous. And I remember my first day, like it was yesterday, and I like dressed up. I got real cute. I walked on campus and like everybody was wearing like a t-shirt and shorts and a hat, and like nobody looked cute. I was like, I felt like I stuck out so bad. I literally sit down in my first class. I'm like so intimidated. I'm like, oh my gosh. And this guy next to me literally looked at me and was like, you're a freshman, aren't you? And I was like, is it that obvious? And he was like, it's very obvious. So like, try not to be so intimidated. It is scary, like especially that first class, the first day. So just try to relax. You don't have to look cute. Okay, the first day of high school is so different than the first day of college.
Yep.
Don't worry about looking cute. Just worry about making it to your class on time, at the right class, on the right day. Double check. Triple check. And also, we always make sure to go to our classes in advance.
So like a week before class starts, we will usually like look at our schedules and see where our classes are and actually go to the building and to the classroom to figure out where we're gonna be. So you're not like rushing and like, oh my gosh, and also so you can get there on time and get a good seat.
Yeah, and it just helps to know like what you're walking into. Like when we usually go look at our classes, they're usually locked, but we are literally like peeking through the door, just like seeing like what the desks are like how big the classroom is.
Get your mind right.
You can usually tell how many people are in the class, you know, by looking inside the class. So that's a huge, we still do that.
Yeah.
Like, and we know our campus, and we still want to make sure we know where we're going, because the first day you're always like so flustered and everything's so new, and it's like you're taking in so much information, your brain like wants to explode. Like knowing where you're gonna go like helps so much, especially when you're a freshman.
Yeah, major key right there.
Okay, so another huge tip I have is get yourself a planner. It doesn't have to be a nice fancy one. You could even just like write it on notebook paper.
Hers has her name on it and it's embroidered or something.
It has a picture of us on it too.
Yeah.
I'm like a huge planner person, and I love like writing stuff out and like seeing what my week is gonna look like. Because if I'm not organized, I feel like I'm falling apart. Planners help so much, because in college, when you get your syllabus, you literally have all your due dates like in your hands. Like there's no excuse why you shouldn't know a due date, or you shouldn't know when a final is, because it's all right there. It's given to you in the first day, first week. So planning out, and just like the first week of class, just going through and like writing every due date in your planner, and it makes you feel good about yourself.
Yeah, it makes you feel like you have your stuff together.
Yeah, like get your life together before it like really starts, and then you're like freaking out and like papers are flying everywhere. But if you do it at first, you have like everything neat, like you know when everything's due. So planners or just writing stuff out helps so much. I can
attest to that.
He doesn't use a planner, and listen what happened to him.
Okay, I usually feel like I have my stuff together up here, you know what I'm saying? She always tells me I need to use a planner, and I tried. I did a little bit throughout the year, but not as much as I should have. And so what happened to me last year was it was finals week. And I thought I knew when my history final was. I swore I knew. I studied so much the night before. I was like, oh crap, it's tomorrow. I
asked you like 5 times. I'm like, what?
She asked me. I was like, it's tomorrow, like 10 a.m. Like I'm good. I know where it is. It's in our classroom. She's like, okay, but I never rechecked. For some reason, I was so confident. And so what I did was I went to campus 10 a.m. next morning, ready to take it. I go in the classroom and it's black. Nobody's in there, and I'm like, I missed it. Like I'm late. I was like, I failed. Like I'm gonna fail this class. And then I looked at when the actual date was, and I still didn't realize. I'm like, no, it's tomorrow. I was like, are you kidding me? I could have slept in, and I'm up here.
You're lucky it wasn't the day before.
Oh, I'm so lucky. I am so lucky. So guys, you know what? Just use a planner. Just do it. Or maybe just you know, triple check things. Make sure.
Especially finals week. It's also like a thing in college, like your finals not always in your regular classroom.
Yeah.
So that's a lot different than high school. So be sure you know where you're going. Like, and if you're not sure, like text a friend in class, or like ask someone in class, like, hey, our final is gonna be here, right? Like,
yeah.
Everyone in college is there to help each other out. Like, do not feel weird for like asking people questions about the class, or you know, anything. Like, we're all, like I said, we're all in this together. We're all going through the same thing, same struggles.
For real. So yeah, that's our biggest tips, guys. I really hoped you got something from this video. Really, I just want to wish you guys luck going into college. And if you're already in college, maybe DM me.
We going through it. We going through it too.
Maybe DM me some advice. That might help.
Yeah, like we're still learning too. Like college is like continual, is that a word?
Yeah, continual. I mean, life, just like life, you continue to learn.
Life is just a continual process. Like you're always learning what's better and like new strategies and stuff. So you're not alone if you feel like you just don't have it together. College is just go with the flow.
You just let it.
You just let it be.
Let it be.
Let it be.
Let it be.
Wait, just let it go.
So also we want to say, like, if you guys enjoyed this video and maybe would like us to talk more about college related topics, I'm not sure if you know, but I actually play football where we go, you know, on the D1 level. So we could do a video about what life of a D1 athlete is like, or we've also done a vlog about the day in the life of a college student, so we could do more of those.
Yeah.
You know, just any college related things. Hit us if you really like those, because we're down to do them. Hit us up if you're down to do it.
Sorry.
What? It's not that funny. Hit us up if you would like us to do those, because we are totally down to give you guys major keys.
Major keys.
Major key alert. Hey! Good luck on this next semester. More life, more blessings. A's.
We love you
C's
guys.
get degrees.
Jaden!
C's get degrees. Peace.